Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Gran Turismo 3, the ultimate driving simulator, where there are only 2 more challenges to go in this area before we can start doing professional crap, and that's the best kind. So, today, we get to start things off by doing the longest existing thing in the entire world. And it's really nice to know that my eye here is actually open and not horrible looking. Last night it almost swelled shut. It was pretty bad. We part of the reason why is we have a new cat. We got a new cat for the house, and she's awesome. She's really cool. She's like super chill and just mellow and such. Her name's Nikki. It was one of my grandma's cats, and when she passed away, my grandpa is going to be moving into a care facility today, I think, actually. And they wouldn't allow him to take all of his cats with him because, you know, they were cat people, and so they had, like, you know, basically a whole fucking colony of them. And so they asked if we wanted to take one, and so we did. And so now we have a new cat, and she's really cool. However, one small drawback is that she has a lot of hair, and I have a mild allergy to pet dander. And so I got a little bit of it in my eye, and instead of taking the smart way out, like most people would, and washing your eye or putting some eye drops in, I decided to take the better feeling at the time and more risky route of just rubbing my eye, because it basically feels like an orgasm in your face. And it's cool until the moment where it doesn't feel good anymore, and then it just really fucking hurts. And that's when I realized I had rubbed it way too much, and my eye was basically starting to swell shut. And so that was awful. And I was afraid that when I woke up in the morning to start doing these, that my eye was still going to be really puffy and gross and red and irritated. Still looks maybe a little puffy. Not that bad, though. So that's kind of what's going on. I'll let you guys see a little picture of the cat so you can see my new furry friend, because she never comes in here, otherwise I'd totally just show you that way. So I'll throw her up on the screen real quick and you guys can see her. She's cool. I like her. She's awesome. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about a thing. This is a strange thing for me. So one of the weirder Craigslist stories for myself, I suppose. I've never really sold a lot of things on Craigslist just because it never really occurs to me to do it. And, you always hear weird stories about people wanting to make strange offers for things, like, oh, I'm trying to sell a PS4, and, people always want to trade weird things, like, it's like, oh, I see you're selling some Funko Pops. Well, how about instead of me offering you cash like anybody else would, I'll trade you for like a deer head and a half empty can of gas or something weird like that. That actually happened to Matt. He was selling some of his pops, and a guy offered to trade him his pops for a mounted deer head. It's like, what the fuck? Why would that be considered a viable trade for any reason? It just sounds stupid. Because it is. But what happened to me is, so I'm selling one of my old desktop computers that I was using for all my Let's Play stuff before I built this custom monstrosity that's sitting next to me here, and it's still in great shape. And so I put it up for about $500, and I got an offer from a guy. And it's not that he was offering me, like the severed head of Tutankhamun that, he doused in breakfast gravy after, he did some sort of crazy, divining ritual with it or something. But the way that he wanted to arrange payment and pickup was just so bizarre. It didn't make any sense to me at all the way he did it. So he sends me a text. He's like, hey, just wondering if the computer's still for sale. And I was like, yeah, you're actually the first person to inquire about it. And so this is what he proposes to do for this. And let me know if I'm the only one that thinks this is weird, but it seemed really weird to me. So he says, okay, so He's like, I would like to, he's like, I'm interested in buying it. This is how I would like to go about getting it from you. I will send you a check in the mail. And that's where it kind of, you know, hit weird territory already. He's like, I will send you a check in the mail. When you get the check in the mail, you can go deposit it into the bank. And when the check clears, then he's like, I own my own private shipping company, which also sounds absolutely sketchy as hell. He's like, I own my own private shipping company, and I will send a truck to your house, and they will pick it up at your house. And then, from the money that I'm paying you, you will deduct some of those funds, and you will pay the movers. And then they will pick it up, and then we'll be on our merry way. And so he's like, so the only thing I need is just your name and address and all that stuff, so I can mail out the check as soon as possible. I'm sitting here thinking, what kind of proposition is that? Just, not to mention, to make things weirder, this guy's phone number was a New Jersey phone number. So either he's just somebody that is in the state of Oregon that's just operating off of a New Jersey number, or this person's contacting me from New Jersey, which would make little to no sense. What the hell was he doing on a Salem, Oregon Craigslist post looking for a computer? Couldn't tell you. But I was like, why? I was like, do you have an aversion to meeting in person and just paying in cash? This was the one that got me. He's like, well, I'm not really at the liberty of dealing with cash due to the nature of my job. It's like, so you own a private shipping company. Why does that mean that you're not at the liberty of dealing with cash? What business model has ever denied taking literally the most physical and readily available format of payment in cash? Like debit cards, the money's there, but it may not be there. Or like credit cards, like, well, whatever. But it's like, it's cash. It's right there. It's money in your hand, and it's there immediately. So what the hell? And he's like, due to the nature of my job? Like, what? How fucking, like, hitman-y does that sound? It was just, I was just like, so, you want to mail me a check? Like, it was nice that he was like, I'll even wait for it to clear, so you'll have it. It's like, but then I will send a truck to your house. Like, why can't you just come to me and get it? And why do I have to pay your movers to come get it? Why, where was that an agreed upon term in all of this? And so I'm sitting here, and he didn't even tell me that part of it until I was like, you know what, I'll play devil's advocate here. I was like, I'll give him an address. I'm not going to give him my address. I'm going to give him my work address. So that way, even if this is legit, he's going to have to come to, he's not coming to my residence. He's coming to my place of business where there's going to be a lot more people there, so that he's not going to be able to try some crazy, coat my shiv in my back pocket with some crazy slow-release poison that will slowly make my blood curdle into Lucerne Farms brand cottage cheese that I can sell for pennies on the dollar to needy children in, Southside Chicago or something. But so when I gave him that address, that's when he told me that, oh, well, by the way, when I send out the moving truck to come pick it up, you'll have to pay the movers. Like, fuck no, I'm not. Either you play this my way and, you send me cash and you come pick it up yourself, or there's no deal. I'm not having some sketchy-ass people in this private moving vehicle of yours that I have to pay some of the money out of this transaction to you for. It's like, we're not doing it that way. Either you pay me cash and you come get it yourself, or I'm just gonna say no, and I'm gonna find somebody in this area that's not a fucking freak. It's the whole thing just screamed weird to me. And, to some people it's like, well, maybe it was legit. Maybe he did have some kind of shipping company. But, I had way too many people tell me, like, I got scammed that way. I got scammed a similar way. I got scammed the exact same way from, you know, somebody that wanted to mail me checks, and then, you know, even Michaela, she was telling me she was trying to sell a dress on Craigslist, and she got a response very much like that from a really sketchy dude that said, I will mail you a check, you know, for the dress, and then after you go deposit it, I will send my seamstress to come pick it up from you. And it's like, fuck no, you won't. Because that's how I end up, you know, waking up in the morning in a bathtub with, you know, both of my kidneys missing. So either you can come pick it up yourself, or we can meet somewhere and we can exchange, or it's just not happening at all. And so kind of a bummer. Like, I was really looking forward to that, you know, to that being a sale that would have gotten me some nice money, because I definitely need it. 500 Buckazoids would have been pretty fucking cool to have right around this point, but I think I may just have to, you know, relist it again. There's always so many things, you know, in the computers for sale area that I feel like you gotta, you know, pull the listing down and you know, put it back up after just like a couple of days. Otherwise it gets buried in the abyss of everybody trying to get rid of their shit. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? Bam, 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 bam. This damn song just reminds me of Dave Mirra every time. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. I still need to play that on this channel at some point. I think I say that every time this song ever comes up and I actually mention it, is that I really need to play that game, and I will at some point. It's gonna happen. It's really gonna happen. Okay. Hopefully, by the way, when I'm actually done recording this, I'll actually be able to get the stuff out of the you know, out of my phone. Since iPhone's upgraded to iOS 11, you know, the brand new operating system that just came out like a few days ago, I went and filmed one of these the other night, and when I tried to get the face cam footage off of it, it refused to transfer out of my phone onto like my desktop. It was just it tried to, and then it would always just, you know, end up copying out a file that was like 140 kilobytes. It was just fucking nothing. It didn't matter what I would do. It didn't matter what I would do to try to, you know, make it any different. It just would not work. It just would not work. I tried putting it on my desktop. I tried putting it on my external hard drive. I tried doing all sorts of stuff. Would not happen. I tried just doing like an import of all the media that was in my phone, period. And every other file came out just fine except for that one. So I've got my fingers crossed right now, hoping to God that it actually works today. Otherwise, you know, if need be, I will totally just, you know, do a face cam free video. You know, it's not going to be like a horrendous deal, but it would have been nice, you know, for it to work out the way that I wanted. Oh God, oh God. I've had it's a shame that she's not in here to talk about it. She's in the living room talking to my mom. But really cool and proud moment in a gamer's life with a you know, with my gaming wife to be. We went out to the game shop the other day, and there were a couple things I wanted to look for while I was in there, namely Midnight Club 2, and I wanted to see if, you know, by miraculous chance they had picked up a copy of Mars Matrix for Dreamcast, and I was going to see if, you know, maybe they had, you know, a couple other things in there that I've been looking for. And so while we were in there, she's in there looking too, and she saw they had Game Gear games, and she had a Game Gear when she was little, and she played the absolute shit out of that. And she walked over there and she saw that they had Mortal Kombat for Game Gear, and they had the Power Rangers game, and she about fucking died. She was like, "Oh my God, they've got them!" She's like, "Oh my God, I wish they had a Game Gear for sale in here." And so I applied for a credit card yesterday, and I got approved for it, which is a miracle because I applied for 2 of them 2 days ago and I got denied on both of them. But I got approved for a credit card yesterday, and as soon as it shows up, it may not show up in time for her birthday in a week, but when it shows up, I'm totally gonna go. I'm gonna go like either online or somewhere and I am definitely going to buy her a Game Gear, and she's going to fucking die. She is going to croak, and I'm going to have to get a defibrillator off the wall in the shopping mall, because shopping malls all have AEDs just strapped on the wall around for some reason, and I'm gonna have to bring her back to life like Evanescence so that she can fucking play it. We were when we came back later that evening. You know, I've got the whole library of emulated games on my laptop, and so we were. I let her play it there instead, and dude, she was rocking the fuck out. Like she was killing it. It was awesome. It was a very proud moment as a gamer to watch. I just sat back and watched her play. Didn't offer any advice or anything. I just wanted to just let her have her nostalgia moment, and it was super cool. She blew through that game start to finish in about 40 minutes. Not a super long game, but it's just just a fighting game pretty much. The Power Rangers one was. You just it's single player, and you just go through waves of enemies, and then you fight the boss at the end. And then when you kill the boss, fucking Rita Repulsa, enlarges them, and then you have to fight him with a Zord. And it's fucking cool. It's actually a really fun game. I had never seen it nor played it before, and so watching her play it for the first time, for me at least, was fun. I was really enjoying it, and she fucking kicked ass. She only died like twice. So I was just like, shit, dude, she's pretty good at this. And then after that we played the Star Wars game, also very fun. Would be a couple of games that I might consider throwing on the channel at some point for just a quick little one-off little deal. The Star Wars game is actually pretty long, so or at least by comparison, that might take a couple episodes. But the Power Rangers one could totally be played all the way through in a single video, I'll bet you. Just a kind of lengthy one, but it was cool. That was a moment that I was just like, God, she's awesome. She's really awesome. That's good. All right, we got one lap left to go in this whole thing. Since I gotta go to work here in just a little bit. Oh boy, come on. There we go. By the way, I was at the arcade last night. I went to the Coin Jam with her. We just wanted to get out of the house and go see some people and just hang. And so we went to the Coin Jam, and I haven't been there in a while. And they put a whole bunch of new games in that I didn't even know existed. Like, there's a Three Stooges arcade game. I had no idea that was a thing. I have no idea what you do in it because I didn't actually play it because people were hogging the damn machine the whole time. But they've got all sorts of crazy ass games in there. They've got the Three Stooges in there now. They have Krull, which classic. I think it was like an early '80s movie. I believe was Krull. And then they also had Versus Castlevania in there. I saw that and I was like, whoa! I did not know I knew there was like Versus Duck Hunt and Versus Super Mario Brothers and Versus Excite Bike and Versus like Hogan's Alley, but I did not know they made a Versus Castlevania cabinet. And I wanted to play it so bad, but there was a line of people that were waiting to get on it, so didn't have the chance to do it. But it was fucking cool looking. And then I ended up settling, and by settling I mean it was still super awesome, and I was glad that they had it. Played one of the Dungeons and Dragons cabinets instead. Those games are fucking hard. Those games are really tough. But I love them. I love Dungeons and Dragons games, or like Knights of the Round. I think was one of those types. And they're just overall really fun games. I love those. If I could do maybe like some game capture of something like that, I wouldn't mind doing a couple little videos like that of different arcade games from my childhood that I loved, because there were plenty of them. All right, well look at this. We're gonna get this challenge done and out of the way. I have evolved into the best Evo in all the land. I'm sure people looking at my fingers are like, that's really uncomfortable to look at. Because I'm fucking shredding. Yeah. Okay. Well, 10,000 credits and a prize car. I wonder what it's going to be. Are they going to give me a selection of 4 different ones, or are they just going to give me one? What could it be? What could it be now? Oh! Oh, tight. Oh, I've been wanting that rally car for a long time. This is cool. Nice. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily better than this one. Actually, it might be in certain things. Oh, that's awesome. Hold on, let's go check this out really quick. I want to equip it, even though it's not a weapon, but it is. It's a weapon of rally destruction. 301 horsepower. It's not a lot. Can we make it better? Can we turn it into the 1 million peso vehicle? Turbo kits. 1, 2, 2. 442. That's not bad. I will definitely put that in. Which reminds me, we have not done rally events in a long-ass time. What about tires? What do you have? We've got mediums. That's good. And obviously dirt tires, I would hope, for a rally car. Nothing we can get there. How about drivetrain? Purchased already. Purchased already. Purchased already. That's good. Purchased already. Nothing there. I think everything's already done. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So this is what I'm thinking. Next time, when we come back next time, let's play some more Gran Turismo 3, the Ultimate Driving Simulator. Still not quite there. Hey, 88%. Yeah, cool. Nice. Glad to see we're there. When we come back next time, let's play some more Gran Turismo 3, the Ultimate Driving Simulator. I think we're going to do a rally event before we go start the Dream Car Championship. We haven't done really any of these since we did these. So I think between Swiss Alps and Smoky Mountain and Tahiti Maze, there's got to be something for us to do. So I think that we will screw around with it a little bit. So until then, my friends, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Take care.